Happy Friday, everybody. I am working from home today, so I love days like that. It's just me and Gigi hanging out, and I'm trying to be productive, and she's messing with me. Awesome. You know, I love her very much. So I'm gonna go get some Starbucks. I'm gonna stop by my local Goodwill. I'm not planning to stay there long. I'm giving myself an hour, right? That's the goal because Gigi's waiting for me. And I decided I am going to show you all of my bad purchases. So, you know when you go to the bins and you're like grabbing stuff, you look it over, everything looks good, and then you go home, you're like, holy shit, how did that get by me? So I have this big basket, and I am so cheap that some of this good stuff I bought, especially if I paid at Goodwill, not at the bins, but even at the bins, I'm so cheap I can't just like get rid of it. So I put it in this bin pretending like I'm going to fix it all. Well, what ends up happening is I bring my mom over and I just snorted, and my mom helps me with all of that, and so I'm very, very grateful for her coming over and doing that. Some stuff is simple, just like missing buttons, so we replace buttons. She replaces buttons. Then there's some stuff that will be attempted to be fixed, and there's some stuff that won't even be attempted to be fixed. So I wanted to show you some of those things and then discuss the most common flaws that you need to look for when you're sorting through clothing really fast. And I'll show you, and then we'll talk about each item and what to look for, and hopefully that will be helpful for any new aspiring bin pickers to help you on your next trip. All right, love, show, and tell. Catch you later. Bye. Gigi, can you please turn on the lights? Gigi, turn on the lights, please. Thank you. Not stretch. There you go. Thank you, Gigi. You're so sweet. Hey, 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 everybody. I'm home, and I'm ready to do the video. So before I do a show and tell, and I'll show you all my fails, all the stuff I picked up at the thrift store, at the bins that has something faulty with it, I'll do a run through, and we'll reinforce the learning by looking at it, but let's just talk about it. So the pants, I like to call it the crotch, crack, and the hem. Those are the three things you want to be looking for. The crotch, you know, it's a private area. There has to be cleanliness and friendliness down there. So you definitely want to examine that. And the crack, oftentimes if it's something that's tight, and we ladies do like some tight because the boys like it tight, you want to check the hem on the crack. That's something that can easily split. And then you want to check the bottom of the pants, because if it's unhemmed, that's a very frequent reason people give stuff away, because they don't want to deal with it. Even though there's like glue and stuff that's out right now that can be easily fixed, that does happen. Now, with pants, you also might be missing buttons. The good thing is the most frequently missing button is the one that's on the inside, and that's easily replaceable. So don't let that sway you from buying those really cool, nice brand name pants, because that can be really easily fixable. And I say really, but unless you have a mom who's really nice, who comes over and does that stuff for you, chances are I would never do it. So, All right, shirts. The shirts, it's pretty simple. It's the armpits and the bib stains, to me, the most frequent things that have a problem. And when I say bib stains, I mean the staining that, unless you had a bib, they wouldn't happen. So I call them bib stains. I'm sure there's some other technical term for it, but for now, they're bib stains. And the armpits. You definitely want to check the seams at the armpits. First of all, you want to check for discoloration at the armpits. Then for heavy deodorant caking. I know that's gross, but it does happen. And then once again, why am I massaging my armpit? That was weird. The seams. I don't know what it is about the seaming at the armpits and around here. That's just a very common occurrence where they rip, okay? Let's see, buttons missing, but check the buttons. If they're regular buttons, might not be a big deal because you can easily replace it. But if a button is missing, I want you to check the inside of the fabric tag and see if there's an extra button attached. If there isn't, just examine the buttons and see if there's any extras that you can possibly use. But it's really hard to sell something when you have buttons that are not consistent. So food for thought. Dresses. I have a little notepad so I remember all the clothing items. Once again, bib, stains. Watch the seams. The seam splits. I'll actually show you the most common split that you will find in dresses that have a side zipper. And then if it's a tight dress, you want to look at the crack. In skirts and dresses, a frequent split is on the butt crack. So, you know, that happens to me all the time actually. And I just had a dress and I put it on. It's all nice and tight, you know. I'm all strutting my shit. I'm walking to the bedroom, showing John my dress. And suddenly I feel this, you know, I turn around, go to the mirror, and then I feel this cold little tickle in there. I'm all, what are you doing? That's so inappropriate for daytime. And he's all, dude, you have a hole in there the size of China. I was like, oh crap. So that, yeah, that's a very common thing. I have that in all the skirts that I had to repair. It's the crack in the butt at the seam. It's just what it is. Okay. Let's see, where was I? Shirts, dresses. Yeah, for dresses, also just watch any type of staining, especially if they're dry, clean dresses. Chances are there's a stain somewhere and people did not, and if pending everything else is perfect. If it's a dry, clean dress, there probably was a stain and they did not want to dry clean it to get it out, so they get rid of it. So watch for those. Especially on silks. On silks, you also want to watch for snags. Snags are very unattractive in a beautiful silk dress and oftentimes very visible, so look for that. Let's see, jackets. With jackets, especially anything to do with wool, you got to watch for those little mite bites and all that damage that they can do. With jackets, I've also seen like cigarette holes and things, and that's kind of weird. But generally, if someone's getting rid of a jacket, it's because it's something big, or they, you know, or it's in perfect condition. It's one or the other. There's not much in between. So I don't pick up a lot of jackets that can be easily fixable because I don't find them. People get rid of jackets when there's something seriously wrong with them. Let's see, so that's with jackets. Then let's move on to skirts. Did I talk about skirts? Skirts, it's either the most frequent thing that's wrong with it is the seam, the butt, the crack seam, the zipper. Test the zipper. Very common in skirts for the zipper to be jacked up. Don't ask me why. Watch the hemline, especially in like work skirts and stuff. The hemline might be coming undone. The buttons, but those are easily fixable. And yeah, that's that. The most common is the crack. Sweaters. And I'll show you some great examples. The most common things in sweaters are snags, holes, and mite damage. Check the armpits also. You might have some issues with the armpits, but the thicker the yarn, the knit, the more difficult it is to fix it. And the looser the knit, you can sometimes get away and fix it as well. So if there is a little hole, I want you to look on the inside of the sweater where the fabric tag is and see if there's a little bit of extra yarn in there. If there is, you might get away with fixing it. Stains on sweaters are interesting because I find that If they're little tiny food stains, I can generally get them out. The thicker the wool, the easier it is, because you can like shave off the first layer and you can totally get away with it. The thinner the yarn, the thread, the more difficult it is to remove any type of staining. So just keep that in mind, because just imagine shaving off a little bit of the layer on top is not going to be that visible on a thick yarn. What do I have else? Jeans. Jeans, it's the bottom hemline, the pants, how worn they are at the very bottom, what kind of damage they received. And also the crack and where the pockets on the butt meet the pant. There's rips sometimes there. Zipper generally is good. Buttons might be missing. Watch the crotch, and especially with the thighs and the rubbing, see what kind of damage that received, especially on the bigger sizes, because that might not be fixable. So now in terms of the jeans looking like they've been through hell, look at the brand. There might be pants that are meant to look like they've been through hell, and they're going to sell a lot. I've showed you guys before a brand of jeans that the worse they look, the more expensive they are. So don't always count out those that look very, very distressed and that have really destroyed parts of the jeans, because they might be worth something. So check those out. And shoes. With shoes, I don't often find shoes at the bins, and I'm trying not to buy as many at the thrift store just because they're so expensive. It's hard for me to turn a profit. But with any type of shoes, make sure the mechanism of the shoe works. And when I say mechanism, if it's a zipper on the back, make sure that works. If it's a strap, make sure it has all the pieces for the strap. If there's any other concoction, make sure it works. And then the next thing is you check the sole. Make sure the sole is in good condition in the heel. If the little doodad at the end is worn out, those are easily fixable if you have a shoe repair place nearby. So that's something to consider. Let's see, an excessive warming. Yeah, you get your shoes warmed. Excessive just usage, if it's so rubbed, it's not fixable. If it's some scratches and marks, remember there are tools to fix those things. A lot of shoe repair kits, a lot of polishes and gels, and ways you can make them spruce up to life again. So that's the dirty and skinny, and now let's go into it and start looking at examples. Okay. So here we have two shirts, and the only thing that was wrong with them, yes, they were at the bins, new with tags, was the buttons were missing here. So my mom came over, found some buttons. She found a really cute one, and we put them on there, and look at that. We have two gorgeous express shirts. I have to iron them or steam them or whatever. I might keep one, and they're good to go. So don't be afraid of those missing buttons. Okay, let's look at what I was referring to with side zippers and dresses. And I'll show you two dresses actually that have the same kind of damage. So you have the side zipper. So first let me show you the dress. This is one of my dresses. I got it at the thrift store. I love wearing it because of the vibrant blue, cobalt blue color. But you have the side zipper here. Zipper works. Everything is fine and dandy. But then you've got a little tiny split at the seam above the zipper. This is extremely common above the zipper. I don't know what it is. Zips up all the way, and then just this part is coming apart. Easily fixable, but just be aware, because if you don't want to have any sewing projects, then do not get that. Here's a thicker, this is a Free People, this is also mine, not for sale. This is a Free People, like a tunic sweater. It has a little ribbon in the back, and it has a large amount of snags. So this is totally fixable. Those types of snags, you can pull them back in on the inside, not a big deal. With this type of thick yarn and knit, you can also, can you guys see? Hold on, let me turn on the light. Let me turn on the light. See if it's any better. This also has a hole, but the thing is so, the yarn is so thick and it's such a yarn that this is going to be really easily mended and fixable, and I'm going to spruce this up to life and next winter wear it again. It is so adorable. It's my favorite Free People thrifted dress I've ever had. Let me show you a dress that had the same thing happen as the blue one. Here is a Free People dress. Zipper works, everything great. Right above the zipper, same spot every time. There it is, right in the armpit. I don't know how many dresses I've come across where this was the case. Pants. With pants, what did we talk about? Crack, crotch, and the hemline. These were messed up at the bottom. The seam of the hem was coming apart and someone didn't want them. These are pants from Nordstrom's. They are semantics. Great pants. I will be wearing them for a really long time. They're mine. Mom fixed them. Woohoo! Here I have a pair of pants Mom also fixed. Wanted to show you. Buffalo David Bitten. Once again, what was the problem? The crack and the hemline. People do not like fixing hemlines. Even though it's so easy these days with those little doodads. This is a project for Mom. We'll see if Mom can do any magic. But I grabbed this really quick at the bins, but it has a lot of damage. It's a Free People, like this boho shirt. No, this is not a hole. It's meant to be like that. And I grabbed it thinking, oh my gosh, it's so cute, blah, blah, blah. There is so much damage. Well, it's coming apart as I'm even looking at it. So the lace has been detaching from the rest of the fabric, and this kind of damage, it's in several locations. I don't know if Mom can fix it. I hope she can. If not, I am selling it as is. Maybe someone else can. And it's coming apart everywhere. If I knew then that this was the case, I would have never picked it up. I was just so excited. Well, Free People! Lovely dress. I'm like, oh, it's a new sweater from Anthropologie. It's knitted and knotted, and it's brand new because it still has the little yarn thing attached. Oh my God, can't wait. I'm going to sell it. And then I actually put it up. And it was from the bin, so I put it up for like 20 bucks. Someone bought it, and just when I was about to ship it, what? What? I'm like, kid, is that part? No? No? The sweater does not come with intentional holes. What is going on? And I found out it is tore up. It is tore up. Yeah. Enough said. Enough said. I can't say anything more. So, shirts. What did I talk about shirts? Buttons, armpits and seams. So this, Holding Horses Anthropologie. Ooh, beautiful brand. Lovely little shirt. Has a little flare thing at the bottom. Ooh, really pretty. Yeah. Let me show you. Epic fail. Really? At the armpit. Really? It started coming apart at the seam, as they always do, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. So this shirt is going to be converted to a sleeveless shirt. I think if I remove the sleeves, I will have a beautiful Anthropologie sleeveless shirt. That's it. Same thing with this shirt. Same, it's always the same thing, I'm telling you. It's coming apart at the seam. Yuck. I don't know if, can you guys see it? Yeah, maybe, okay. Something that drives me nuts with blazers and jackets that have big buttons and decorative buttons. Chances are, if you see something in perfect condition like this, no holes, no stains, why would anyone give it away? I'll tell you why. The enamel, inside enamel of the buttons started falling off. I'm like, well, maybe I can take a button from some other place and just fix the front. No, they all started just falling apart. So now I'm like, do I remove the two enamels and just leave it like that? Do I buy new buttons? This is a halogen piece from Nordstrom's gorgeous summer jacket. I don't want to have it go to waste. So I don't know. I guess I'll just be on the hunt for some buttons, I suppose. Tory Burch sweater, V-neck. Everything is perfect with it except bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So mom's gonna patch that up. I told you, the thinner, the tighter, the more visible it's going to be. So mom's gonna patch it up, and I'll try to sell it as is with the patch up, or I'm gonna have to wear it. Okay. Another epic fail. This was actually not a fail of mine as buying it. It was fail of mine as washing it. Some things I do wash, and this was one of them. It is a gorgeous little hoodie, has all of the arrow wording, the lettering, nothing is missing. It's in great condition. I'm so excited. I will sell it for like $10. So I stick it in the wash and then in the dryer by accident. Faux fur, no more. So this is what happens when you dry faux fur. The damage is irreversible. It fries the ends and it becomes all cakey and disgusting. So do not ever wash faux fur. So right now my only choice is to start, see if I can take it off and somehow finish the hood so it looks like there was nothing there. But other than that, it might be going back to the bins. Oh yeah, this was awesome. This was another Anna fail. So I picked these jeans up, and it has a cool tag. I'm like, ooh, it's some designer thing I've never heard of. Awesome. And I was going somewhere, and it called for this kind of fashion, so I was going to put on like a camo tank top and put on these pants and some boots and stuff. So I go to put it on. So I buy this. I go to put it on. What happens? The entire crotch is open. It's like an airing mechanism. No? You're not buying it? Yeah, well, I wasn't either. So at the crotch, the whole thing is coming apart. So I can put some type of patch on it. If I try to patch this up by bringing it all together again, it's not going to work out. So you have to patch it up in some fashion, and I don't know what to do with it. I guess I have the option of distressing the entire thing and selling it as, ooh, highly distressed camo designer jean pants, whatever. Or, I don't know. And that's just an epic fail. And I think I paid up for these two. I can't believe I didn't see that. It's just disgusting. Here is, let's see. Here was my dress. I actually have this dress in two sizes. I have one in extra small and in small. For those days when I feel like I haven't eaten carbs for a few days, I can get away with an extra small. For those days where I'm bloated, I'm wearing the small. This is a Narcisco Rodriguez Design Nation Kohl's collaboration dress. I love this dress very much. Once again, what was wrong with it? Mom already fixed it. The butt, below the zipper, the butt crack. Very common. Here's one that I can actually show you and how very easy it is to pass, like buy this and not see it. So check out this skirt. It's a wool skirt, little mermaid thing at the bottom, lined, beautiful. You look at it, gorgeous, everything looks great. It's loft, doesn't get any better. But what you have to do, you have to spread, like the butt cheeks. You have to spread the butt, because what happens when you spread the butt? I'm a hole. Ha 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 ha. Very common. Very common. So hopefully you remember this. Okay, I have a gorgeous pink cashmere sweater. What is the most common thing with cashmere sweaters? Mites. Holes from mites. And no surprise, boom, bada boom, bada boom. So when you feel something soft and you know it's cashmere and you've got this bliss feeling, check for holes. Let's see. Something that's really annoying. I don't know how you feel about that. I detest when the brand tag starts coming off. I might as well just not pick it up. It drives me nuts. I know it's an easy fix, but Ann Taylor and Eileen Fisher are the most common ones that lose tags because it's just a little tiny one thread piece that keeps them on. So when you find something without a tag on top, always check the fabric tag. It might be one of those brands. So what I've recognized, it's Eileen Fisher here. Actually not. And that's not a good thing, but it's an older piece, so it doesn't have the RN number. Normally you can now recognize the Eileen Fisher tag, but this was an older. This is actually my sweater. I wear it all the time. But like I said, Ann Taylor, Eileen Fisher, very common. Here was a skirt, a express skirt. What was wrong with it? Mom already fixed it? Not yet. So I buy it. Looks great. Beautiful pencil skirt for work. This is my most like foundation pieces, or just black pencil skirts. Didn't spread the butt cheeks. I should have. It's coming apart. I don't think you can tell, but it's coming apart. Hate it. Hate it, hate it. Another sweater here. This is an Eileen Fisher sweater. Older Eileen Fisher. Everything is perfect except we've got holes. And what I tell you, the thinner the sweater, the lighter the knit, the more visible any types of repairs will be, and more difficult to fix any staining. So Mom's gonna take a stab at it, but yeah. And then I have one more. Do I have one more? Yeah. This is a Ann Taylor sweater, like coat, sweater coat. Really, really cute. Everything is perfect, except it's coming apart at the seam somewhere. Yep, and where you know, at the armpit seam coming apart. Boop, boop, boop. So those are the most common ones, you guys. If you train yourself to just remember those ones, I think you'll be able to eliminate a lot of issues that you may encounter. Train yourself to watch those. When you go to the bins, you know, pile things up and then go through before you check out, and train yourself to grab. It's mostly like 3 things per clothing item. I think you can pick it up real quick. So hopefully that was helpful for those that are just starting out. And if you have any tips and techniques or ways you quickly recognize if something is in sellable condition, leave them in comments below. For anyone who watches this video, they can read through those comments. Any really, really good ones, I will highlight in my description section. So we'll continue adding good ideas down below, and hopefully it's helpful for you guys. Cheers, toodles. Greetings and salutations. Love you all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Ciao. Tyler. Gigi says hello. She says, hi, Tyler. Hi. This is what I do to my mommy. Look. Oh, yeah. Gigi is pretty calm today for the most part. Maybe not now. She loves biting my hair. She loves when I blow dry her hair. And this morning when I told her that she has a friend named Tyler, she was really, really happy. And so we just wanted to say, hello, Tyler. Hello, Tyler. Hello, hello, hello. I am sure she'll say hello to you in the future. Thank you so much for watching, Tyler. Have a wonderful day and be good to your mom. Be good to your mom.